Because I noticed that obviously Musk's front and centre with respect to this and Tesla, and I think he's starting to come under pressure to actually start focusing more on Tesla, given the fact the share price has come down from nearly $480 to, well, it's more than halved. It's bounced off just above $200 earlier this week. It's heading back towards 280. I mean, that's a sizable erosion of shareholder value right there. Have we seen the bottom in Tesla? I think that $200 mark is quite significant. It's been the lows pretty much for the last 9 months. So
no,
technicals don't look particularly great on that.
No, it does seem to have run out of charge a bit. The one thing I would say is there have been these concerns about Musk for quite some time now, I think, whereby, investors in Tesla have been saying, you're trying to run a car company, you're trying to drill tunnels under various cities in the US, you've got Neuralink, you've got SpaceX, you've probably got 3 or 4 other things that I've forgotten at this point. Now you're Starlink, of course, yes. Now you're trying to run the country as well. I think we've almost got to that sort of tipping point of, can you actually just focus on the one thing that we're actually invested in without spreading yourself too thinly, effectively? I think that is driving quite a chunk of the downside. Yeah, we saw a rebound yesterday, of course, as everything rebounded. But you consider the impacts of potential tariffs on top of that, and I think really what's going to unlock considerable upside for Tesla is if Musk turns around and goes, I'm out of Doge, I'm back into Tesla. I'm strapping into the CEO role full time again.
Yeah, I mean, obviously his biggest competitor is BYD, but also I think an awful lot of the legacy car companies are starting to catch up on that. I think for me, looking at the shares at the moment, we need to see a move back through $300. I think that would signal that potentially we've seen a short-term base, but at the moment, technicals 50-day below the 200-day, below $300. We need to see a move back above that trifecta of resistance, which
you're bringing out all the fancy words now, aren't you?
Probably the highs that we saw in March. But yeah, no, absolutely. But for me, it's about price action. It always has been about price action, and sentiment changes. And at the moment,
talk about a sentiment change this week.
Well, have we? I mean, the thing is, the big thing for me is how much damage to business confidence has the events of the last few days really done, particularly within the US, as well as outside the US, and the faith in the US government, and its institutions, if you like.